My name is FAUZI Abdul Rahim, and I have been in the town planning profession for over 30 years since graduation. I obtained my degree from UITM. Thereafter, I've worked in various places in government and in private sector firms. Currently, I am still actively doing consultancy work under my own firm, Aras Planning Consultant, which is based in Kajang, working for various kind of clients.
Characteristic of a professional town planner.
Well, first and foremost, you need to have that qualification. Then you need to be registered as a practicing town planner with the professional bodies such as MIP and Lembaga Perancang Bandar Malaysia. Secondly, you need to abide by the professional body's code of ethics and practice. Thirdly, is how to conduct yourself as a town planner without having conflict of interest with your profession.
Scope of work for a professional town planner.
A. Application of planning permission for new development projects. B. Prepare feasibility studies for proposed projects which include residential, commercial, industrial and other development proposed by the client. C. Prepare development plans to guide development for areas under the local authorities. This study shall be undertaken by a team of consultants to prepare local plans or structure plans with the involvement of the Jabatan Perancang Bandar Desa Negeri JPBD. D. Land use analysis under the Environmental Impact Assessment EIA to study the present and potential impact of a proposed development.
Contribution of urban planner to society, environment and economic sustainability.
Although not as popular and widely known as the other professions such as doctors, architects, engineers, surveyors, etc., the town planning profession has lately played an increasingly important role to especially in the area of development. As population increase and town and cities become bigger, there is a need to plan for better living environment so that our living space does not become chaotic and grow in an unplanned manner.
Current and future challenge of the town planning profession.
Current challenges is the recognition from the general public of the importance of town planners in making the surrounding environment a better place to live. It is important to emphasize that the town planning guidelines which are in place is to ensure good infrastructure and public facilities are provided for the sustainable living of the people and not to obstruct development. Future challenges including making the profession as recognizable and making town planning a respected profession on par with architects, engineers or doctors.
Your suggestion for improving the professionalism of town planners.
Knowledge is of utmost importance in this profession because it involves every branch of the built environment. As such, attending workshop, seminars or continuous education will help benefits not only themselves but also to community which they live. Planners should be aware of their environment and be able to contribute to their community in making their place a harmonious living environment. To achieve that, we need more leaders, especially lawmakers and politicians, who are more influential, who have knowledge in town planning to contribute in making our development plans more meaningful and achievable.
A professional town planner shall at all times uphold the dignity, high standing and reputation of his profession. As stated in Town Planner Act 1995, Act 538, if board receive complaint against registered town planner, an investigation committee will be held. Disciplinary committee may order any one or any combination of two or more.
Okay, as been told by TPR Fauzi earlier, town planner career also face a lot of challenge in the future. So Ifa, in your opinion, what are the challenges faced by an urban planner?
In my opinion, planner will face the challenges such as to choose to plan development between need and demand. Let's say if we want to plan a city, we will plan to according to current needs and desires that bring more profits to a planner. If we plan according to current and future needs, we may not get a decent profit, but if the planning is made according to demand, the planner will get a decent return or profit. This is what urban planners should emphasize in planning the development of a country that is efficient not only physically but also economically.
I agree with you, Ifa. Apart from that, planner will also faces the state of urban environment challenges. The condition of the narrow, crowded, noisy urban environment, lack of open space and vegetation also cause the behavior of the urban community to be quite different from the rural community. In such a situation, town planners need to provide more open spaces, parks, and recreational areas for the use of recreational and leisure city residents other than just building and roads because the planned development is for humans and not for vehicles. This is because human beings are inseparable from nature and their need for nature is still intact despite having made progress in terms of development and technology. With the increasing trend of urbanization, the country faces continuous degradation of natural resources as well as the pollution related issues which may cause the task of town planner more vital.
It seems that urban planner will face some pretty great challenge in the future. I believe there are many more challenges that urban planner will face. Fira, in your opinion, what is your idea on how to face the challenge?
An urban planner needs to have a high level of thinking in solving problems while carrying out planning works and also apply the skill learned. In addition, a town planner needs to separate biased political thinkings when planning development to avoid misconduct and malpractice that could tarnish the good name of a town planner. Besides, unplanned urban development also poses various problems in terms of physical, social, economic, and political.
The current expansion of hard surface areas and the decrease of green space is bringing about higher temperature in urban areas than rather than in the encompassing open country. Green space help to adjust this impact by cooling the air, giving shade and retaining air pollutants. In planning development of open space, an urban planner needs to apply Sustainable Development Goals (SDG 16), which is promote peaceful and inclusive society for sustainable development and provide access for all. Besides that, town planner also have to make sure decisions are responsive, inclusive, participatory, and representative at all levels.
Last but not least, from your point of view, what do you think about the challenge of guideline, local plan, and new concept in development nowadays?
From my point of view, I would say that the guideline nowadays is quite outdated and not in line with the current development. Over the years, issues and problems due to poor management, malpractice, and poor finance making a huge impact on reformation of guideline and local plan. In addition, development today must comply with the latest guidelines that place more emphasis on sustainable development and quality of life.
Thank you guys for participate this discussion. I really appreciate it.